Security for Pakistan cronies is back in focus after the lynching of a senior police officer in Jammu and Kashmir, and this is the biggest acknowledgement of the most pressing issue, and it seems time is now running out for the separatist in Kashmir. SP Wed, the topmost police officer in Jammu and Kashmir, has admitted on India Today that the security cover to separatists must be withdrawn immediately. Wed said the role of Mirwaiz, who is said to have been present at the time when mobs lynched the senior police officer, is being investigated. Reacting to reports of Mirwaiz not offering a helping hand to the police officer, the police chief said any human being would have extended whatever help was possible on seeing an injured person lying in a pool of blood.
Why should the Jammu and Kashmir police be protecting people like Sayyid Ali Shah Gilani, people like Mirwaiz Umar Farooq? They very clearly care little for the Indian state. They care very little for the safety of your boys. Why should we be spending crores of rupees, and leave aside the money? Why should we be risking the lives of our boys to protect these people who care so little about us?
I agree. I think time has come to take a call, and I think government will take a collective decision very soon.
That's an important point you're making, Mr. Wed. That's a very, very important point you're making. You're saying, as the man responsible for the safety and welfare of the Jammu and Kashmir police family, you believe that the time has come for a decision to be taken on whether the Jammu Kashmir police should continue protecting these people who want to give sermons when there's a policeman lying dead who so little care for our men. You're saying the time has come to review whether they should be protected at all?
Absolutely.
The police officer's lynching has yet again put the spotlight on the security provided to Pakistan backers like Mirwaiz Umar Farooq, even as they continue to spew venom against our nation. The idea of security for separatists and not those who sever the constitution seems bizarre. This becomes more shocking in the light of a brave Firoz Dar losing his life due to lack of a bulletproof vehicle when terrorists attacked him and his comrades in South Kashmir's Anantnag. When our braves are being ignored and are increasingly finding themselves isolated, the government security to separatists is utterly shameful. But now the chorus to remove Mirwaiz Umar Farooq's security is growing. Many political leaders are asking for the removal of security cover.
As the Indian state, have we failed to protect the interests? Have we failed to safeguard the safety of those people who have stood by the Indian flag and are instead ensuring security and safety of those who are throwing slippers at the Indian flag?
While the irate mob performed the dance of brutality outside Kashmir's largest mosque, the role of Pakistani agent has raised some hard questions, which he obviously refuses to answer. Cornered, Mirwaiz has claimed that he reached the Grand Mosque after Ayub Pandit was murdered outside its gate. But why didn't he speak up and remain silent for 12 hours? After the brave was lynched and news spread, how could he remain silent and go ahead with his sermon? Pandit was lynched. Was Mirwaiz oblivious to it when he reached Nohata? In his sermon, Mirwaiz made no mention of the lynching, and it was only in the afternoon that he issued a sham statement condemning the murder. The Mehbooba Mufti government seems to be going soft on separatist Mirwaiz Umar Farooq after his followers lynched a senior cop outside Kashmir's largest mosque. The government, instead of booking Mirwaiz for abetting murder, have reportedly attached a senior cop in charge of Srinagar's northern areas. The government has just held two of the attackers, but the Mehbooba Mufti government has failed to identify the people who motivated the mobs to lynch. The brutal episode has also raised questions on why the senior police officer was given no cover. Also questions about why separatist Mirwaiz Umar Farooq didn't do anything despite being meters away from the spot of the brutal murder. DSP Ayub Khan's lynching is an unprecedented incident, but Kashmir Valley is witnessing a dangerous trend, that of local security men becoming terror targets. Army men murdered policemen and their families. This, of course, has been an attempt to turn the masses against their own who serve in the police force. We ask, are our policemen becoming soft targets?
Extreme weather conditions, inhospitable terrains, and hostile surroundings. India's security forces braved them all to defend the nation. Yet these heroes are sitting ducks. Yesterday it was DSP Ayub Pandit who was pounced on by a mob and lynched. His family points out glaring lapses in his security. They say his guards fled from the spot when he came under the attack. Ayub Pandit is not the first police officer to be killed. Just days ago, Firoz Dar, an SHO active in anti-terror operations, was ambushed in Anantnag and killed. His family alleged that the state government had not provided him a bulletproof vehicle for operation. So far, 17 policemen have been killed in the first 6 months of the year, the highest in 20 years. Last year, 13 policemen were killed. This is a new trend, terrorists going after local police, scaring the common people from taking sides. The government says it has an action plan to tackle the problem.
इसमें से कोई भी अपराधी नहीं बचेंगे और कार्रवाई चलेगी। सेना, सुरक्षा बल और स्थानीय पुलिस हमेशा ऐसे हरकतें करने वालों को जो पाकिस्तान के इशारे पे स्टोन पेल्टिंग करते हैं, आतंक मचाते हैं, इनके खिलाफ में कार्रवाई करती आई और आगे भी करेंगे।
As policemen become terror targets, militancy in Kashmir is entering a new stage. Terrorists are exhorting policemen to leave service.
This is an incident which is unprecedented. We have never heard or seen an officer of J&K police being targeted like this by crowds. We have seen attacks on militant attacks on police officers, on policemen, but crowds targeting a police officer on duty for security is something never heard of. With cameraman Roof Shujaul Haq in Srinagar for India Today.